Hi, this is Pastor Shat from the Way Church in Lithia, Florida, and today I'm going to continue talking to you about what God is like, but today it's going to be in light of Pentecost. This past Sunday, we celebrated Pentecost Sunday, and I think it's good for us to just see what that's all about. A lot of times when we think of Pentecost, we think of the Spirit being poured out and the church being able to do miraculous things. Well, that's really not the case. That's not what Pentecost is about. Because you can see miraculous things happening in the Old Testament. You can see Jesus commanding his disciples to do miraculous things in Matthew chapter 10 before he ever died or rose again, much less the day of Pentecost. So this is not about miracles. It's not about some supernatural power to do things. What it is about the heart of God. If we really look at Jesus, he demonstrates fully the heart of God, and what he does is he breaks down dividing walls. He breaks down economic classes that the rich and the poor could come together. He breaks down the fact that women would be considered as less than men. He brings them together. He takes away the stigma of clean and unclean, being a Samaritan, being righteous and unrighteous. In fact, when you see people trying to bring accusation, whether it's against a tax collector or a prostitute, or even trying to exclude someone that has leprosy, you see Jesus defending those individuals. You see Jesus touching the leper. You see Jesus touching those who are unclean. You see Jesus even touching the dead. You see Jesus breaking down every barrier that has been constructed by man and religion to divide humanity. What Jesus is doing is he is bringing humanity back together in his love. He is a peacemaker, a healer, and a restorer of his good creation. So on the day of Pentecost, when the Spirit is poured out, it's no wonder that the Spirit of God breaks down language barriers, that there are many people that speak different languages, and even visitors that were there, many people of the same religion, many people of different religions, but they are hearing the good news of Jesus Christ in their own language. Jesus is breaking down the barrier of language. He's breaking down the barrier of religion. He's breaking down the barrier of culture by miraculously helping us to hear and understand one another and understand the good news. Jesus is healing his good creation. He didn't tell his disciples to wait in the upper room until they have a good battle strategy. They waited in the upper room, and when the Holy Spirit came upon them, they were sent out as peacemakers to bring things together again, just like Jesus desired. If you look at Ephesians chapter 2, 13 and 14, you see that he broke down the barriers of the dividing walls. He abolished it in himself, and he brought humanity together and made us one new man. That what Jesus was doing was healing and restoring. The very Spirit of God being poured out on humanity is about bringing us back together in his love. It's not about us being able to do something amazing in our own ability or by some sort of gift. It is about us being able to love one another, to be able to see one another, and to take enemies that were never meant to be enemies and bring them back together as brothers, as they were always meant to be in the heart of God. This is how God restores his creation in peace. This is how God wins over his enemies with love. That's what Pentecost is all about. That's what the heart of God is. He's not about taking sides. He's about eliminating sides once and for all in his love. I hope that this will encourage you to know that God loves you and he wants to bring us all together under his banner of love.